What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Hub. I know this is a little different. This is season 2, how we're going to be doing it virtually, coronavirus, and just other issues going on. But for our first guest, we have Anmole Brar. I've been
What's up,
waiting.
guys?
Yeah, there he is. I've been waiting for this. We were supposed to record season 1, so I'm really excited to have him on for the first episode. Very creative guy. So I'm going to have him give his own introduction.
Hey guys, I'm Anmole Brar from the Bay, 20 years old. You might have seen me on your internet, somewhere around social media. I just make clothing and art. That's pretty much about it.
All right. So Anmole, so how you been during this whole COVID-19 pandemic? How's it been treating you?
Doing all right, Thankfully, the whole family's safe. Still got work, so going there, it's pretty scary. But all in all, pretty safe.
Okay, so you said like you do work. You said you do art and you do clothing. So during this time, have you been able to capitalize on this free time at all and work on that craft?
Honestly, it's for the past 4 or 5 months, I've done nothing. Like I haven't touched art, and it's been kind of sad. But now that I've quarantined, I just decided to do this retweet thing. Well, retweet and I'll draw you. And it takes a lot of time,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool because I have a lot of time. But at the same time, it's like, it's very draining. You have to do so many of them. But it occupies my time, and I'm happy with that rather than just sitting home doing nothing.
Okay, that's good. I mean, I was on like almost a year break, so jumping back in is sometimes exciting. So
you
I
have
like,
a break.
Yeah, exactly. Still, that's
Mine
okay.
was just villa at home doing nothing.
That's okay. How was the 4 months though? Were you able to like look back at your art and think like evaluate, or was it just chilling?
Honestly, yeah, I did a lot of like business evaluation, looked at what designs worked, which ones didn't, and how I've grown, I guess, for the past 2 years.
Yeah. So you said past 2 years. So is that when you started?
Yeah, I started 2 years ago. And honestly, I just started as like a passion project over the summer.
Yeah.
Just, hey, I want to make a sticker. We'll see where it goes. And now I'm making clothing.
Okay, so that was actually one of my questions I had planned already. But anyways, you said you started planning a sticker. So were you not into graphic design before at all? Or was it just like, hey, I want to make a sticker, let me learn graphic design and then make the sticker? Or was it, I have a design already and I just want to make it a sticker?
No, so I grown up, loving art. My dad does art.
Okay.
And then I had a lot of friends whose older brothers did art. And I just got into that. And then during high school, I got into graphic art. So like on the computer and whatnot. And I was just doing that for fun, drawing whatever I wanted. And then that summer, I was taking chemistry. So I was just like, okay, I have some time because that class was 12 to 5 and I can stay up until 2 and work on something else. And I just kind of thought, okay, what sells? Punjabi stuff. Punjabis like Punjabi stuff. And we like golfies. So I just drew up a golfie, made a couple of edits, showed it to friends. And I was like, okay, let's make this into a sticker. So I got the stickers. And once you get the physical product, it's something else.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, time for Twitter.
I know those Golfy Crew stickers blew up.
Like, it was insane.
That's how I first saw it. Like I saw someone post this, like Anmole Brar makes these cool stickers. And I was like, Golfy Crew, what? And it looked like something like a bigger, like, I don't know. I just thought something like Roots Gear would make or something, like a sticker like that. And I was just like, whoa, this is just some kid from the Bay. This is so cool as hell.
I don't know. It's like, I put them up at like midday and I woke up the next morning. It's like sold out. What?
No. How many had you made, if you don't mind sharing that?
I had made about 40 for the test batch. But honestly, I was expecting to sell like 10, 20.
40 is a lot in just half a day.
40 for half a day to just wake up and be like, okay, 40 stickers is done. And I have nobody knows me as this guy makes stickers or whatever, just the art kid.
Yeah. How was the following though before the art? Like, so what was your art? Was it like actual drawing or was it more graphic design?
It was a lot of graphic design work. Before that, I did post up some of my like sketches or whatnot, but it was never. See, I wouldn't call it like great art. I've seen people like Azad, who I'm sure you can have on the podcast soon.
Yeah.
He does a lot of like freehand stuff and it's dope, like really good. For mine, it was just whatever I was feeling. Like I drew my backpack, I drew a water bottle, just stuff like that. I just posted it, shared it.
Yeah.
But other than art, before on Twitter, I would just do retweet, do jokes, whatnot. just
Yeah.
interacting with the timeline, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
So you said a lot of the inspiration was the Punjabi culture, and you said your dad was also an artist. Nice mug.
Had to plug it in. Oh,
Oh,
you gotta.
there
You're
you
doing
go.
podcasts, you have to have it. Yeah. So my dad, from a young age, he loved to draw,
Okay.
and he doesn't draw as much now, but like growing up, our rooms they're painted, and he painted them himself. So it's not just like a gray wall or something. It's mine has flowers, which
Oh,
I never
okay.
really understood, but it's like
Yeah.
they're glow in the dark flowers, and they
Oh,
actually look
what?
pretty sick. And
That's
then my
pretty cool.
sister's room has it's like a 3D photo frame
Hmm.
thing, and so pretty much she can put all her pictures in there, and it kind of looks sick.
That's pretty cool. When you said paint, when you said he painted our rooms, I was like, oh, he just painted the rooms. But then you
No, yeah,
explained.
great. Look,
I know that was
and it's a nice
awesome.
color. It looks great.
Yeah. So, when you woke up, what was your reaction? Were you just like, I need to make more of these stickers, or was it like more?
When I woke up and I saw that, I was like, okay, let's go order 40 more.
Uh-huh.
Like it's just
And,
you see something good, let's see how
mhm,
long we can ride that wave.
yeah.
But then
So,
also, what's the next thing?
did you already have a website developed at that time?
I did not. I was selling through Twitter DMs and Venmo.
No way. Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. So, did your parents know you were starting to do this?
Oh yeah, they were just like, focus on school first.
Uh-huh.
So make sure that chemistry class you get an A in, and then whatever you want to do with their free time, you do with their free time. Just don't
Yeah.
stay up
Okay.
too late.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, did you ever think about venturing away from the Punjabi community, or was it always like, hey, let me make this catered towards the Punjabi community?
Initially I had that idea. I was like, okay, I'm in the Punjabi community, and my growth. I think it's like I'm in a fishbowl,
Uh-huh.
right? I could be the biggest fish in the fishbowl, but that fishbowl is pretty tiny.
Hmm.
So why not instead go into the ocean where I'll be
Yeah.
like a medium size? But then it's like if you're dominating the Punjabi game, or if you're like very well known in the Punjabi game, you have a very loyal fan base,
Hmm.
and they'll buy your stuff. Versus being someone who's small to medium, which
Hmm.
in reality, like it's very hard to be a top designer
Yeah.
globally. So it's that battle, and I had to like figure it out. I stuck with Punjabi just because those are my people.
Uh-huh.
Like not every white person, black person is going to support me
Yeah.
just because I'm making mainstream art. But
Hmm.
every Punjabi is going to be like, okay, that's a Punjabi guy. Let's go check him out.
Yeah.
Give him a
Yeah.
chance.
Similar, same thing. Because when I first started the podcast, it was more like, I mean, I wanted it to cater it to the Punjabi community, but once I would say like I got to episode 3 last season, I was like, maybe I should branch out. And I was like, no, no, no. Like that's not the same thing as you said. Like it just wasn't for me. Like the loyal, like all that type of stuff. And speaking about loyalty, isn't loyalty, but you're very active with your fan base.
I try to be. The
How do
last
you
4 months,
try to like? I'm just like I see you, and you're like a lot of your followers, or like you're just active with them in general. Your posts, your stories, everything is so dynamic. I would say you put a lot of content out there for them to interact with.
appreciate it. That actually started so before the Kofi crew, and I guess like in hindsight, this was like everything fell into place perfectly. That entire summer, at least the earlier parts of it, I was spending a lot of time on Brown Twitter,
Okay.
and just like there's a bunch of jokes, you retweet people's pictures, you talk to them, you meet them, and I guess I benefited from it
Uh-huh.
because I deal with a lot of people. So when I did drop the stickers, a lot of people liked me enough to retweet it, share it, buy it.
Yeah.
So just kind of like I had a huge friend group, I guess you could
Hmm.
say.
Yeah. So were you expecting that support right from the beginning, or was it more like a sense of like, oh, I might be on my own first?
I guess
Because
well,
I know for myself, well, the only reason I asked that question is because for myself,
uh,
that's how I felt. I was like, I wasn't like, will people support me, or will I be on my own? So that's why I like to ask other people, like, what was their like mindset, even if they had a lot of friends.
right. No, I think initially everybody thinks, okay, I'm doing something new. Is anybody really gonna like
Yeah,
it? But when I think back, it's like my art's good.
yeah.
And I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but I know my art is good.
No, I respect that.
And
That's.
I've grown enough to like my original stuff was horrible.
Mhm.
But I've grown enough to be at a place where my art is decent.
Mhm.
and people will enjoy it. And I'm a great guy. I don't think anybody hates me. So
Yeah.
people shouldn't be like, oh, I'm not going to buy it because I don't like him.
Yeah.
I feel like as scared as I was, like, yeah, are people going to buy it? I knew inside that this is going to sell.
Yeah.
And even the name itself, I had to like spend some time thinking, what rings? Golfy Crew. It's going to sell. It's going to go big.
Yeah. So you went from Golfy Crew to Anmole Brar. So now you're your own brand. I would say. I mean, I think of you as a brand. I don't think
Right.
you're just a sticker guy, a shirt guy. I think you encompass art, stickers, shirts, everything, and you're doing even more.
Mhm.
You make those cool posts too. I don't
Yeah,
forget
the
on Instagram.
portraits.
Yeah, and like all that. You're into everything. So how would you say? Did you see that? Did you see yourself becoming this brand? I would say. I don't know if you call yourself a brand, but I think see you as like a
I think it's pretty fair to say brand.
yeah.
I had a very like initially early on, I had a moment where I was thinking, okay, where do I want to go?
Mhm,
So I found like three people that I'd aspire to be similar, like maybe a musician's like, okay, I want to be like Gucci Mane, Jeezy, and
mhm.
Russ, whatever. Mine was I like Fruit Scare,
Okay.
and I kind of aspire to be similar in the sense of clothing
Mhm,
because they have a lot of promotion and whatnot. And I also like artists, Inquisitive,
mhm,
Big Game. They're really cool designers. So I was like, okay, here are a couple designers that I want to be like.
mhm.
Not necessarily I want to be them, but just I want to take whatever's working for them, what are the good parts are, and take them for myself. So that's how I kind of shifted into clothing because I knew my art wouldn't sell forever. A lot of artists try
Mhm,
to sell their art. It's like
mhm,
if you paint, it's $150 a painting. Not everybody has that kind of money.
mhm.
So I was like, what's cheap enough? Stickers. Stickers are really cheap. Everybody will buy a $4 sticker.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of a lot of planning. What can I sell? What can I get into? Because even though I like art, clothing has been really fun
Uh-huh.
and it sells. So it helps
Yeah.
me expand, make a website, other projects, buy equipment.
Yeah. And
At
what
one
about the
point,
oh sorry, go ahead.
I was thinking about going into podcasting.
Uh-huh.
So I even bought the mic and everything, but I
Oh,
haven't started it yet.
dude, jump on, jump on.
I mean, I've got the mic right here, so it's not set
Yeah.
up.
It's good, dude. I mean, what about like the name? Did you ever think about different names or were you just like I'm gonna name it after me?
But that was a struggle. It was
Because it works. I
okay.
just want to say it works.
Appreciate it. Thank you to my parents. Shout out parents. Give me that name. Um, the thing about the name was I could go with a different name, like Golf
Mhm.
Code. That would have been a great name. I could have branded a lot of things under that.
Yeah.
But people on Twitter knew me as Anmole Brar. So I already
Mhm.
had like a
Got
name
it.
for myself,
Yeah.
which meant like I could just ride that wave. Like everything I sold, ride it on my reputation as being a nice guy.
Mm.
So
Okay.
I could just, whereas if I start a new company, I have to build that reputation up. I already had the reputation.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So it helped me a
Smart
lot.
move. Yeah, smart move. And then just going on to your art, um, so even just the shirt that you're wearing right now, would you say would you say something inspired that, or was that just hey, let me like where does the art come from? A lot of your stuff, where does it come from? Your
Well,
ideas.
I mean, since I'm so niche down to like Punjabi
Hmm.
stuff, there's you kind of go first of all, you go to the mainstream stuff. Like everybody likes food.
Hmm.
Punjabis, we love Bhangra, so I
Hmm.
had to make something that's Bhangra themed. We like stuff like the Tumbi. We like
Yeah.
popular Punjabi phrases like Kidda
Hmm.
or Hanji Hello. So
Yeah.
it's kind of looking at what other people are doing and then adapting to yourself. So I knew a lot of people, a lot of Bhangra teams like their Bhangra merch. So like, why
Hmm.
don't I just make something that's like this? And
Mm.
instead of making one guy, I just made four, made them, red, yellow, green, blue, normal
Yeah.
colors. It's like people are gonna buy it.
Yeah. That makes sense, man. Like okay. I see what you're saying.
I think once you're niche down, you have a list of ideas, the
Yeah.
mainstream ideas, and then you slowly start drifting into okay, how can I make this different? Like I made
Uh-huh.
a piece where it was a picture of or a painting of three girls, and that's kind of like it's not so well known, but I put skulls on it.
Yeah, I know
It's like,
which one you're.
yeah, so it's
That was
like
unique.
it's kind of Indian, but at the same time, it's like mainstream. You can adapt
Yeah,
it.
it was like it seemed like one like the old school art pieces like you
Hmm.
see. That's what it
It's like a
felt
Mona
like.
Lisa with
Exactly,
Photoshop Lingo.
exactly, exactly. Um, so would you ever say you hit like blocks, creative blocks,
Oh yeah,
where like
all
you're
the time.
struggling to like how do you overcome those?
Um, I get mad at myself whenever I
Really?
get a creative block. I just get mad at myself. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna think of an idea and I'm gonna get it done. And I'm gonna give myself this much time.
Yeah.
So with all these like portraits that I'm doing right now, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do these portraits and I'll have them done by Monday.
Yeah.
I have two
So
left, but I'll get them done.
it's Monday. Oh, today's
It's
Monday.
Monday. Yeah,
You got it. You got it.
I
So
got it.
the portraits are like painting art
Uh, well,
or is it
it's on
like the
Procreate,
graphic?
so
Okay.
it's graphic.
Oh, so yeah. So what program do you use if you don't
I
mind
used to
sharing that?
use. Well, I started with Inkscape, which is like this free program because I was never
Mm-hmm.
gonna pay for Illustrator.
Uh-huh.
But then I started making money, so I was like, okay, why not just get Illustrator?
Uh-huh.
That's what I've been using for a lot of my teacher designs.
Yeah.
And then recently I got an iPad. And like, okay, I like physical
Yeah.
input rather than like computer mouse or a drawing
Yeah.
tablet. So I got the iPad and now I'm using Procreate for a lot of like people art,
Mm-hmm.
which I find it's fun. It's not as crisp as the computer and
Okay.
using a drawing tablet and actual programs, but it's easy because I can whip it out anywhere and work on it.
Yeah. So a lot of
It's
your
pretty
art is
cool.
actually people art. Your first art was Gulfy, the piece of
Right.
food. Now it's people art. So do you see like a trend? Are you gonna like you said you have a niche? Or are you gonna like create that more of like just people art? Like even for Twitter, you're drawing people. So would you
Right.
say that's your like forte, or are you just doing that for now?
I never realized that. It's surprising to me now that a lot of my stuff is actually people, and I hate
Yeah.
drawing people. I can't draw eyes. I hate drawing hands, and usually I just hide behind like, oh, I don't draw people.
Yeah.
But I guess it's good now because
Sorry,
I'm
exposed
practicing.
you.
No, that's
But
great because like I've been drawing these portraits, and I've been getting better and better, learning more things.
mhm.
And I think it's good growth, and maybe in the future I'll draw more designs that I put into shirts, and it's
Mhm.
people.
Yeah, I'm not on Twitter anymore, but how many retweets did you get on your post that you did?
I got. Let me check. I think it did really weird numbers. Like kind of expecting it, but at the same time, it's like way too much. I don't want to do all those. I think it was like 500.
Damn, that's
Yeah,
great.
500.
So, and I'm assuming you're not planning to do all those, or are you?
No way.
Okay,
It takes me
okay.
30 minutes to do
I
one.
just wasn't sure. I just wasn't sure how it works. I was
I
gonna.
checked that. It was, I think, 10 days. I don't know if that was 24 hours or 12 hours or 10 hours a day, but it was 10 days
Oh
for art.
no, that's oof. That's tough. So, I mean, so this is like a free service, I would say. You're giving them a portrait of themselves. So, like, how do people usually respond to that? Like, is it like a lot of appreciation, or is sometimes just like I mean, sometimes as like for me myself, I find myself in a space where like people expect it, and it's sort
Free
of
stuff.
like, what was that?
Free stuff? Do they expect free stuff?
Yeah, it's like not even free stuff, or like say like for a long time I wasn't recording, and it's like people are like, yo, where's the episodes at? Like getting frustrated. So
Hmm.
like, does that happen to you? Like in this terms, like, hey, like, where's my portrait at? Or is it more like,
Yeah. Well, you're a creator now.
yeah,
Welcome to the club. And people are gonna expect it, but
yeah,
it comes off, I guess, kind of rude or mean, like, hey, you don't respect my time. Why are you pressuring me to do this? But at the same time, it's they like your work enough to pressure you.
yeah,
You know,
fair.
like people wouldn't message you, hey, where's the video at if they didn't like your videos.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like, yo, dope. People actually want my videos.
Yeah, yeah.
So I did get a couple pressure, like pressuring people. Um, but I guess it hasn't been too bad. I know some other
Hmm.
people did the retweet to draw it and they've been getting bombarded
Hmm.
with like, hey, draw me, draw me, draw me. But it hasn't been too bad.
Yeah. So in terms of the brand right now, so what? Sorry, I know I'm going back to the brand, but when you started the website, what direction did you take? What vision did you have? I know you're comparing yourself, or not comparing, but like you're inspired by Inquisitive, Root Skier, and
Right.
stuff like that. But like when you first started, when you were first making your website, what was the vision?
I went online to 10 different people
Hmm.
that were either Punjabi or non-Punjabi, but at the same level as me starting. And I looked at the website again, took the best things that I could find and put them into my website. So I wanted to keep something simple. And I didn't want my website to just be, just a shop.
Hmm.
Just like, okay, here's one page, here's all the products. I wanted to
Wait,
be
I'm just
more of
gonna
like,
interrupt you. I'm gonna interrupt you one second. I'm gonna pull up your
all
website
right,
actually, so we can go through
okay,
it as well. But you can
all
keep
right.
talking.
I'll put it up for myself too, just in case there's anything I want to talk about.
Okay, no worries.
Okay.
Man, just the intro, just like the front first screen is nice. Look at this.
It took time. At first, it was just pictures of me or whatnot. But hey,
Yeah, I
you got to
remember
start
that.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
So I
even
wanted my.
sorry,
Go ahead.
I love this. Alexa, who was in Mole, I love this.
The amount of times I've grown up where people don't say my name correctly, and I had to just like roll with it.
Hmm.
Until one time, my cousin, when I introduced myself to his friend, he was just like, "No, it's Anmole." And that just kind of stuck with me. It's like I'm never letting anybody say Anmole again or whatever.
Yeah.
That's good. That's something that a lot of us don't really like get into our
Yeah,
heads.
that's
We
true.
need to correct people.
Yeah.
So going back to the
Sorry.
site, it was just
Yeah.
it was I didn't want to do a one page thing where it's just like shop,
Hmm.
right? So I kind of wanted to make a hub. So I had like the about page, a place for my art. So even if I didn't sell it, I could still put it up for people to look at. I wanted a blog, and the blog kind of it worked for a bit, and then I stopped. It was Sunday spotlights that I was doing, so it was
Hmm.
more like I have a little bit of traction. Some people are following me. Let me share it and get spotlight onto other people. So
Hmm.
it's like whether you're a designer or you make clothes or you're a makeup artist, whatever it is, let me try to give back. And some of these people are really big, like Supreme Sidhu. He's
Hmm.
done phenomenal videos already. It's like I appreciate his art. I've been looking at him since I was in high school, I think, or maybe even middle school. I don't know
Hmm.
how long he's been doing it, but it's just a way for me to show appreciation. Like, hey, I really mess with your work. It's dope. And you've kind of brought me to where I am today.
Yeah. Damn. That's like the exact mindset I have with the podcast. Even though I started just like that, but I wanted to give people like I've been a fan of their art and stuff. Just a little time to reflect about their personal and like how they got there.
Right. And if there's like small artists, you need to put them on a
Yeah.
platform where they
Exactly.
can grow. It's a great
Yeah.
thing.
But yeah. Sorry, but back to the website. You were saying.
Yeah. So I just kind of took it off from there.
And then
Um, I don't know how much time I spent on the website. I think it was probably just a couple of days of plugging everything in, making sure the website works.
uh
Then I released it.
and then how's the reaction like? Well, how did it feel though, like having just your own website? Was it like,
Having my name on the internet and not just
yeah,
like AnmoleBrar.weebly.com was pretty dope. I mean, I own AnmoleBrar.com. That's
exactly. Yeah.
I'm lucky that there's no other AnmoleBrars everywhere.
Yeah.
So that felt
So,
great.
yeah. A lot of your work I saw on your website right now too, and I was going to ask about it, is you give a certain percentage back to charity.
Right. My
So how
parents
does
taught
that
me that
work? And what was the
from a young age.
mindset
Like,
behind that?
so not everything there is for charity. I did start with Kofi Crew and I did it for charity just because like I have a job. I don't really need extra money, I
Hmm.
guess. And it's just like, where can this money go? Because if I give it for free, I suffer a monetary loss.
Hmm.
And doing the math of shipping everything and making it not the most stable math practice. Like sometimes shipping's more, sometimes shipping's less. It's like, okay, I'll just maybe sell it for a set price. And then whatever's left over, I can give to a charity.
Hmm.
And it's for most things, like anything that's more expensive, I guess, the anniversary stuff, or sometimes I'll do a Kofi Crew sale. It's for um, donations. And it just goes off of like, I guess if there's something happening in the world, like right now we have Afghanistan, and so it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll sell the stuff, I'll put it on sale, and if you buy it, then we'll donate the proceeds.
Okay.
And I think people usually react pretty well. And when I think about it, it kind of doesn't add up because I do a discount and then I say, okay, everything's being sold is for charity. So it's kind of like the profits are automatically lower with the discount. So I'm
Yeah.
giving less to charity, but it's a win-win. The
Yeah.
people get to buy stuff for a discounted price, and then I get to help out a charity, and then the
Hmm.
charity appreciates too.
Yeah. Um, so did you have, I know that shirt specifically. Sorry, I know
Which
we
one?
had just talked, I know that shirt specifically. Um, Ruginder was wearing it and did like a shoot in it.
Hmm.
Was that sort of like a whoa, like someone big is wearing my shirt, or was that just like it's okay? Like like was
Oh,
it more
okay.
like I'm getting up there? Like
Ruginder, like he is, I guess he's a well-known and well-respected artist,
mhm,
and he doesn't produce for everybody,
yeah.
so he's like very exclusive, and he's, I mean, he deserves all the respect that he has. So
Mhm,
having him wear my stuff, it's just like that's so cool that somebody so big messes with somebody who's not there yet.
yeah.
Like I wouldn't say I'm the smallest person, but I'm still pretty small. I can get
Mhm,
bigger, but to have somebody like, it's kind of like they verify your work, they validate it.
yeah.
Yes, your work is good enough
Mhm,
for me to wear it.
yeah.
So
That
just
was
seeing
pretty
that
awesome.
picture, because I saw him wear it at an event, but
Uh-huh.
then when I got the actual picture, I was like, okay, I should get this framed or something.
I know when you shared it, I was like, oh shit, like
Because it's a dope picture. He looks great in
yeah,
it.
it looks really good. Yeah. So talking about like sort of working with other people, you do
Uh,
collaborations. You help other creatives like with their logos a lot of time. I think you work with Flocatico as well.
I did, and
And
that was a lot of fun.
yeah, so that's I
Like
was gonna ask like your experience working with collaborations. And one other note is like you're very supportive of upcoming artists.
I tried to
Like
because
I
people were there
okay,
for
yeah,
me, and I need to be there for
yeah,
other people.
yeah.
So
But yeah, about the
Fogatico,
collaborations. Yeah,
yeah,
there you go.
Fogatico collaboration was, it was probably the first. I think it's safe to say it was the first collaboration I ever did,
Hmm.
or at least the biggest one, and it was a lot of fun. I got a lot of like creative control.
Hmm.
We did work on an initial concept, and it was okay. We're gonna have Maharaja with his empire in the back, Maharaja
Hmm.
Ranjit Singh. So kind of pulled some stuff together, got the design made, and then they handled the shirts. So they had them printed and everything, which is great because Focati Code, they do a great job with their printing. Like my stuff, it's printed into the garment, but theirs is
Hmm.
printed on top, which is very nice.
Oh, okay.
And then we met up for a photo shoot, and I met some new people that I've never met before. And it was all in all just like a really fun experience.
Yeah.
Like just meeting new people. I've never been one to meet new people, push myself out. Just I guess I'm an introvert, pretty big introvert. But I kind of pressured myself to get out there, do the photo shoot, and it was a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend if you're a small artist who's just starting, you should hit up Full Co because they
So
work with everybody. They
they
do a
work.
lot of
Yeah.
community help.
The community help, and like same thing with you, they're always very supportive of upcoming, like when I first started the podcast, you and Fulcati were one of the first people to start sharing and supporting, like being honest,
Mm.
like you guys were always there, and like Instagram DMs, you guys were always like, hey, like what's going on and everything. So like thank you to you guys. But what other collabs can we see coming in the near future, if any?
I really want to do one with Sohana Creations,
Hmm.
and we've been talking about it for over 2 years now, and we just never got around to it.
Yeah.
So hopefully we pull one quick, like
Okay.
soon. I'd also love to do one with Azad. He does great work,
Hmm.
especially because he
Amazing.
does a lot of like people,
Yeah.
which I kind of lack in. So it'd be nice to work with him, see how he works, and learn a few skills from him.
Yeah. So how does collaborating with like other visual graphic artists work? Like like for myself, like I would say when I collaborate with somebody, it's just talking ideas and then collaborating, like recording an episode together. Like what
Uh,
about for you guys? How does that work?
I think usually at least for most of my collaborations, you know the person already, so you have a good relation with them, and then you're just like, hey, we should collaborate. So you think of something that benefits both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I make clothing and somebody else does art,
Okay.
it's their art, my clothing, and we'll do the split that way. But it's usually, I guess, I'm really good at graphics. So anything
Mm-hmm.
that's like graphic based, and if somebody's more hand drawn, or even Santa Creations, for example, with just henna based drawings,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe I'll draw somebody and they'll do the henna part. So it's like the best of
Oh,
both
okay.
worlds, whatever my
I
pros are and
see.
their pros are. So we can create this dope content because people that follow me like my graphic design, people that follow her like her henna,
Mm-hmm.
make something together, put on a shirt or sticker and sell it.
Yeah. If
Or
you
even
could
don't
work
sell it,
with,
just
yeah,
have an art print.
yeah, art print, yeah. Well, if you could work with anybody else, like in the world, who would you want to work with? Or I mean,
Anybody in the
if,
world.
yeah, okay,
Anybody in the world. That's a
okay, so
tough question. There's a lot of names on
yeah,
the list.
yeah. I mean, well, is there like a graphic artist that you look up to, or like an artist that you?
I wasn't even thinking graphic artist.
I'm just
Um,
thinking in general now. Like I'm just thinking in general now. Like anybody, like you don't have to work with, but just like have draw some inspiration with or from
Jeezy.
Jeezy.
Yeah, it's a lot of people don't like him, but
Mm-hmm.
he's from the Bay, and he grew up. He was selling like CDs on the street, and he's grown like
Mm-hmm.
really far. So I guess like mainstream artist wise, it would be Jeezy. There's a couple
Okay.
other artists on the list, but the problem is they're mainstream. So if I ever
Mm-hmm.
wanted to like work with them, I'd
Yeah.
have to go into the English market.
Yeah. That makes sense. But speaking about the Bay Area is filled with Punjabi creatives. Last year, I made
Dude,
a
so
trip
many.
out there, and it's even this. So before all the coronavirus stuff happened, I was planning to record. I come out there when we had planned it out, but
I need to tell you
unfortunate
to
events
make a
came out,
third trip too.
and I was, oh my gosh, I had I think 10 people just from Bay Area, and I had to record those in 3 days, and I was just like, whoa, what's going on? And all creative individuals,
Mhm.
and I just think it's crazy. It's like a hub out there of Punjabi people that are
And then when
killing
you
it.
leave, when you go back home, and then you like go on Twitter, you find out there's three more. There's new ones.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just there's so many Punjabis up here,
Yeah.
and then there's so many young Punjabis out here that see somebody
Hmm.
older and they're like, "That's cool, I can do that too."
Yeah.
Hop on.
Yeah, it's awesome. Um, so we're sort of winding down here, but what is your favorite piece of art that you've done?
That's kind of hard. I like I like a lot of my art for different
Uh-huh.
reasons. Go for Crew was the first thing that I ever made, and I plan on expanding it further. Um, there's this just because it has
Hmm.
like Focati on the sleeves, and I
Yeah.
haven't seen that before. It's just so dope. Uh, I like I'm plugging everything right now, but phone
Dude,
cases,
don't
like
worry.
it's just something anybody can buy and wear. Uh, I have to look through my
Dude,
shop because
you can take your time. Don't worry about it. But while you're doing that, where did the idea of phone cases come from? Just like, hey, people like phone cases, or
everybody has
people
a
need
phone.
them. Everybody needs phone
Everybody
case.
everybody needs clothes and everybody needs has a phone.
Yeah, true.
A lot of people have iPhones. They need cases because iPhones usually break.
Yeah. When I saw you
Uh,
did cases, I was like, what? He does cases? Like, I just thought clothing and art, and I was like, whoa, cases. That's pretty cool.
Something different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite piece.
I mean, if it's a piece that you don't even have on the shop, that's okay. If you just wanna,
Well, let me look through.
yeah, no, you're good. Take your time.
There's a lot of stuff, and I just can't pick a favorite.
Then that's okay. Then you can't pick a favorite. That's okay. I appreciate that. That's like I love you. You love all your art.
I think the piece that I'm most proud of, I guess, right now
Hmm.
would be. Let's see this one, just because I've never drawn. Well, I haven't drawn like um hand drawn anything for a while. So
Hmm.
for me to get back and do that
Oh wow, yeah, I saw that on
was
Instagram.
yeah a lot of fun.
I think for that one you posted the process as well.
Yeah,
You
the
were like,
first
yeah,
rendition. This guy, big,
yeah,
bulky, horrible. Made the next one even better. But I think in terms of product wise, it would probably be Gold Crew sticker,
Okay.
just because of the sentiment I have behind it.
Yeah. So what do I just completely blanked out? But what can we sort of expect from the brand in the future? Like, so is this something that you would like to pursue like as a full time, like running Anmole Brar as a brand full time? That's your like, I mean, you said it's a passion project, but is that something you want to work full time, or is you have something else, or is this just that? Like, is it gonna stay a passion project, or is it gonna turn into like a life, like your life?
Well, I do plan on having a career that's not art.
Mm-hmm.
So I plan on doing that. That's going to pay the bills and whatnot.
Yeah.
But art, I feel like it's going to be a part of my life for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not I'm selling stuff, that I don't know. But I'd like a mobile art to be something that I grow into even when I'm 80.
Uh-huh.
I'm still making designs, maybe catered towards a different group, but
yeah,
still like to make art. I'm also trying to branch out because I have an Anmole Brar and that's writing on my reputation, but I want to make a different brand
mm-hmm.
that I can like grow even further
Mm-hmm.
under a different name.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what can we expect from you in the future, or in the near future at least? Something that the viewers can look forward to soon.
A lot more designs.
A
I
lot
have
more
a bunch of
designs.
stuff that I just
Okay.
never posted because I'm kind of lazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, okay, I'm gonna put this on my site. I'm gonna put this on my site. I never do. But I guess I'll take like I have a lot of time now, so I'll take a day and just post a bunch of my old stuff up and then work on
Yeah.
new.
So what's your posting I know we keep talking, but what's your like posting process? Because I know a lot of your stuff is aesthetic, or like even the captions are like very, like, I mean, to me they stand out. Like for me, when I post something, I just throw it up there. Everything's just like, for you, I feel like you really, I might be wrong, but you sort of get like what I was trying to say.
Yeah. I tried this thing where I was gonna be okay. I'm gonna post daily because that's
Mm-hmm.
how you grow. You have to
Mm-hmm.
post a lot of content. I was like, okay, I'm gonna post daily, and usually it's not the picture; it's the caption that you post.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to pick a picture and then talk about it. So like, if it was a picture of me, it's like just some backstory about how I grew up wearing a bug or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just try to have a caption that was long and thoughtful
Mm-hmm.
and about the picture. I stopped doing daily posting again,
Mm-hmm.
got lazy. And a lot of my newer stuff is just like, okay, what's a lyric that I like, or what's just a one liner or something random, just throw it up there. I haven't posted in a while, but plan on getting back soon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think as long as something if you can provide value to people,
Mm-hmm.
then what's better than that?
Yeah.
Give them something to read.
Yeah. I mean, that's all I had for you. All the questions I had. I did not realize it had been almost 50 minutes.
It's 15 minutes.
Almost, yeah. Because we started
boy.
at, yeah. That was crazy because I just looked at the time. But anyways, do you have anything for me or anything questions?
I could interview you now. Really?
I mean, if you want, I mean, something quick, just a question or something.
Okay, I got
Your
a couple
choice.
questions.
Because I want to keep you on as long as you can.
Who are the next two people on the podcast?
The next two people are Taneet Singh from Roots Gear.
That's
And
gonna be
it's
dope.
gonna be, yeah, and it's
A
gonna
lot
be
of wisdom there.
Yeah, and it's gonna be Jyoti Tatter. He's a visual artist from Canada.
I've seen some of his work. A lot of I think he's worked with Sidhu Musela.
Yes.
He shot a couple of videos for him.
Yeah,
Dope
and
stuff.
he has a lot of other work where he is like won awards in film festivals and like Temecula and Toronto. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff they don't know about. People don't know about him. So he has
I love
a
seeing
lot
when
of
our
work.
people like Upne get like film festival awards or they do art. And recently I saw something. It was like a lo-fi kirtan radio.
Yeah, dude, that was
the artwork
I
was
saw
made by
that.
Kirat Kaur, and it was like a singing. It was so dope.
It was really cool.
When you see something that's mainstream, but then it has Sikhi attached to it, it's like, yo, I can relate to this.
I think it's because it's like a blend of both cultures too. So it's like, whoa.
Right. Because I guess for a lot of us, we're American Punjabi. So like we have two cultures and both of them are in one picture.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. Other questions? Let's see.
I mean, you don't have to. I just like to ask at the end of the episode.
No,
Nobody takes the opportunity to actually interview.
So I know you have the hub, right? And right
Uh-huh.
now it's a podcast, and you're doing great work. You're interviewing a bunch of artists that are either rising and already there. Where do you plan on taking the hub? Is it just gonna be a podcast, or can we expect a meet and greet, physical events?
So I've been thinking about that a lot too. I mean, the meet and greets, yeah, but I think my main like goal at the end is give people who don't have the opportunity to create in terms of like the resources and stuff the opportunity, like give them those resources. Like
Right,
pretty much like there's a lot of artists, even like a lot of people write screenplays and stuff and they just don't have the connections or opportunities to bring those to like the main, like the big studios. So I want to be able to help those and like literally be a hub, be like, hey,
right,
give me the content and like not give it to me, but like I'll get your content to,
right, right,
or like I can fund or support your endeavors. I can connect you with these people. So say like, I mean, this is just an example. I'm not saying this
mhm,
is gonna happen, but like, say Jyoti is a videographer. He has his own ideas and stuff. Like, say someone does have a screenplay and they want to bring it to life. They just don't have the videographer. They don't have the team. It's like I can
right.
be that person to help them
Bridge the gap.
bridge the gap
Awesome.
with the hub. Literally,
Making a network.
that's
Yeah.
exactly. So that's what I have. Like more like, and just not for the unfortunate, but like for anybody that needs it. I mean, we'll see. That's just the plan for now. There's nothing concrete yet,
Oh,
but
you'll get there. You'll
yeah.
get there. Like, I'm just waiting for the day where you link up like two people that are medium sized, maybe small, and they create something super big, and you get to
Yeah.
say like, I had a part of that.
Yeah, we'll see.
And do you ever
I
plan
don't
on
know.
making the hub into a business of sorts? Any monetary?
Yeah, I do. Just not yet. I'm holding off on it. But I'm
Sure,
thinking
sure.
about like more into the entertainment world. But like again, like how you said, like I don't know exact. I want to sit down and think about who I want to cater to. Do I want to change? Like, do I want to make something else? Like you said, like a different brand, and then cater that towards the monetary
Mhm.
goal and keep the hub as is, or use the hub and just expand the hub.
Right.
Because I do
I
like
think
what I have for it, like the Punjabi community. But in terms of like monetary, like the goals that I want, it's like I might have to expand the
branch out.
circle. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of upbringing don't really, not all of them, but a lot of them don't like spending money. They're
Hmm.
like, but you're brown. I should have it
Yeah.
for free, or at least for a discounted price. Like,
Yeah.
I was thinking that too. I was like, if I want to sell something that's super high priced or really premium, I might have to go into the English market
Hmm.
because they'll pay
Yeah.
that price. But a lot of up are like, it's just a hoodie.
Yeah.
Why are you charging me
Exactly.
$60 for a hoodie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see. I mean, I'm just happy I'm started again. Season two officially underway. I mean, I mean, it was awesome. What was your thoughts on the podcast or so far?
yo,
What'd you
the
think?
podcast is a lot of fun. The fact that 50 minutes flew by and it only felt like 15.
Yeah.
Great job. You're a great You're a great interviewer. Um, I'd love to see this happen more often. I
Hmm.
know you have, obviously you don't have all the time in the world. You have other priorities in your life, but for you to make either just like one piece of content and post it up in the week would be
Yeah.
pretty dope.
That's exactly what I'm like planning to do now. I'm excited. It's
Because
back
every
to,
video you drop means a new artist that I get to follow.
yeah.
So it's
That's
like
a good way to look at it. I love
it's a
that.
win-win. It's a huge win
Yeah,
for me. Other thing,
it
I just wanted
is.
to like suggest you have this content. If you just went in and you like, I know you do a lot of like quotes.
Hmm.
You'll take one quote and you'll put it on the in front of a picture, and then you'll post it on your page, which is smart. I'd also take video snippets.
Yeah.
So just if you like one really good part, cut
Hmm.
that out, put it on your page. Because if you just
Yeah.
post one thing a day, you will grow
Yeah,
a
exactly.
lot.
That's like the new. I think I had talked to you when I'm pretty sure I had talked to you when season two ended. You had season one ended. You had suggested that earlier too, and I have that noted down. I'm like, this time it's gonna
You got
be
to get
short
to it.
snippets, and then yeah,
Ideas don't matter until you put action behind them.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
I'm saying that I'm a huge hypocrite because
Yeah,
I have a lot of ideas and I'm not putting any action behind them. But I
yeah,
will. I'll
yeah.
get to that.
I appreciate it, dude. I had this advice. You give me hell advice, and it's always super helpful. But I mean, that's all from me. Do you have anything else?
I think we're done here.
All right, sounds good.
We should do
Sounds
another
good. All right.
podcast though.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Anmole Brar will be joining me again. We are planning to have a panel actually of individuals, creative individuals, and we're going to be discussing what they do and sort of the creative world. Do you want to add on anything, Anmole, of your vision for the panel?
Well, I don't want to say too much, but I think if you're a young brown person, or even if you're not brown, I think this is going to be a great opportunity for you to ask some of your questions,
Mm-hmm.
especially like sometimes we do Instagram lives or Instagram stories and you can ask questions there, but you don't really get to fully ask or get the answer that you're looking for. So I think this panel is going to be a great opportunity for people to log in, ask a question, get some idea, get some insight. And hopefully, because maybe you want to start a clothing brand and you're one step away and then you get to ask a question and get fully there.
Yeah.
You could
So
be the
what we'll
next
do,
frame.
yeah. So what we'll do is we'll create like a form or something, and some type of submission link where you can send in your questions, and then we'll go from there. But thank you guys for tuning in, and that's it from us.